So you don't need this fan because it's way too expensive, but it might actually be worth the money. What's up everybody, Corey with Freaky Tech Reviews here, and today we are checking out the Ego 18-inch misting fan from Ego Power Plus. This thing has been keeping me cool all summer, so I'm excited to show it to you today, and let's check it out. Before we get started, I did want to say that I did buy this fan with my own money, although I never changed my reviews whether a product was sent to me or not. Diving straight into the specs of this fan, the Ego 18-inch misting fan is designed for portability and ease of use, and it makes it a really versatile companion for outdoor events, sports games, and backyard hangouts. It's a fairly large unit with an 18-inch fan blade that provides a wide range of coverage area, but the overall dimensions of the fan measure 26 by 22 by 14 inches when fully assembled, so it is big enough to make an impact, but still portable enough to move around easily. Without the battery that you need to use it, it weighs about 16.5 pounds, so it is light enough to carry around, but it's also solid enough to stay in place during use. And the built-in roller system with an extendable handle makes moving it around a lot easier. The fan runs on Ego's line of 56-volt arc lithium batteries. These batteries are interchangeable with every other Ego product, which is pretty handy if you already have Ego tools, but it's important to note that the fan does not come with a battery, so you'll need to purchase that separately. And the smallest 2.5 amp hour battery starts at $180, and prices go up from there, so definitely keep that in mind. And this battery cost alongside the fan itself are what make it tough to recommend, but I'll share more on that in just a little bit. On turbo mode, which is the fan's highest setting, you can expect roughly 20 minutes of runtime with the 5 amp hour battery, which is the one that I have. However, this can vary depending on the battery size that you're using, but the fan has 5 other speed levels outside of turbo mode, and that's really just that 6th extra gear when you really need some air pumping your way. Level 1 speed. Now this is level 3 speed. Level 5 speed. Turbo. Now what really stands out with this fan is its misting capabilities. It has multiple mist settings where it kind of shoots a little bit of water out at a time, or it's just a continuous stream of mist. And when you combine that with the turbo mode, it really is great for maximum cooling. The misting system is designed to keep you cool by spraying a fine mist that quickly evaporates, where it lowers the ambient temperature around you. But I will say that if you sit too close to it, then it will absolutely drench you because the mist doesn't have time to evaporate. But it's super simple to use. You simply let the attached hose rest in a bucket of water, and its internal pump pulls the water through the misting nozzles. Now for setting this fan up, you can easily change the tilt of the fan to direct airflow exactly where you need it. This really adds to the flexibility whether you're seated or standing, and it's nice because if you have it laying on its side, then you can tilt it up and down, but if you have it sitting vertically, then you can tilt it side to side, so you can point it in almost any direction very easily. Now talking about the build quality, it is designed with durability in mind because it features high quality plastic and metal components that should hold up well in various outdoor conditions. That's one thing I like about Ego products is they have very good quality materials on their products. The fan itself is just very straightforward to use and has very simple controls that allow you to adjust the fan speed and misting levels very quickly with ease. Now talking about the pros and cons, because there's a lot to unpack with this fan, but there are some things that I think that it can improve upon. Starting off with the pros, I like that it has a built-in roller system with an extendable handle that makes this fan very easy to move around. So whether you're taking it to the beach or just out in your backyard, it's designed for on-the-go use, and it's really great if you're going to go somewhere and just throw it in the truck for camping. That's another really great use scenario for it. And then just how user-friendly and simple the fan is, it's really nice. It's just a plug the battery in and start using device with very intuitive controls that almost anyone can figure out without hassle. I think that's a really big plus for it. And then the misting feature on it is an absolute game changer, especially when you kick it into turbo mode. It does an excellent job of cooling you down on those really hot days, and it makes it perfect for outdoor activities. And then taking a look at the adjustability, I love how easy it is to change the tilt of the fan. It's just one quick turn of the knob. So whether you're seated or standing, you can quickly adjust the airflow to where you need it, which is a really nice touch because for me, I like to have it kind of pointing up at me as I'm cooking at my griddle because that gets really hot, especially during the summer days. But while it's got a lot of great stuff to it, there's some things that I would like to see that it could improve upon. One is the major downside that it only runs on battery power. I don't understand why they don't have an extension cord hookup for it, and I would love to see that on a second option, especially for extended use. I understand Ego wants to do everything just battery, but just being able to plug an extension cord into something like this fan would be really nice because the battery cost, which we'll get into in just a little bit, is a little ridiculous. But also just relying solely on a battery can be limiting, especially if you're in a situation where recharging is not convenient or if you only have one one battery. Another issue I did find that I don't know if it's just me or not is that I found that it will randomly shut off sometimes for no apparent reason. It's really frustrating when it does that. I don't know exactly why it does that, but it starts right back up with the press of the power button, so I don't know what's causing that or if it's a low charge of my battery, because my Ego battery is actually several years older than this fan, so it could be a battery thing, but just something to keep an eye out for. And then the price itself is definitely a sticking point. The fan itself is expensive. I think I got it for around $250. And then when you factor in the additional cost of a battery, which is also a couple $100s, it's really hard to justify unless you're gonna get a lot of use out of it. The smallest 2.5 amp hour battery starts at $180, and prices increase with the larger capacities up to 12 amp hours, so you're really looking at a significant investment for this thing. But I will say that this fan is a top tier product when it comes to portability, ease of use, and effective cooling. It's perfect for outdoor events, sporting activities, or just lounging by the pool, or however you want to use it. But I will say that just its super steep price is really tough to swallow, especially when you factor in the battery and the lack of extension cord option. It is kind of a letdown in that regard. So when it comes to actually recommending this fan and the reason that I wanted to review it, I think it's a really cool piece of outdoor tech, and I do want to expand more on outdoor type of tech. So if you're interested in outdoor tech, definitely leave a comment down below and let me know if you'd like to see more of that. But I would only fully recommend this fan if you're someone who values portability and has expendable income. If you need a portable misting fan for outdoor activities, you're not going to beat this one. But remember, it's only worth it if you plan to use it frequently. If you're just looking for something to cool or blow some air at you, then there's absolutely more affordable options out there. But I would love to know your thoughts in the comments below. Tell me how ridiculously priced this fan is, or if you have one and you really like it. And if you haven't already, please consider subscribing and joining the Freaky Tech family, and also hitting that like button really helps the channel grow because it tells the algorithm that we're doing really good stuff over here, and it helps promote the channel so that it can continue to grow. But thank you so much for stopping by and spending some of your day with me. Again, I'm Corey with Freaky Tech Reviews. I'll see you next time.